So today I'm going to work on the electrical a little bit. How this car is set up right now is this, all these power outlets are switched, so if you shut off the key, they shut off. That includes the one for the fridge in the back. This guy. And I want to have the option to have them on, so I'm going to put a switch in the dash here and see if I can tie it in someplace. I don't want them on all the time. Some people just bypass the relay altogether. But I just want to have the option to turn them on when the car is off. So I'm going to pull this dash off, this lower dash, and see if there's someplace I can tie in just a switch and a jumper to go over to the wire for the relay for the power outlets, if that makes sense. So let's see what we can find. But it shouldn't be too tough. I can pull power out of here, use one of these switches, or put a switch in one of these blanks, and then just tie it right into whichever one of these goes to the power outlet relay. Okay guys, so here's the relay for the power outlets. Right here. And a lot of people just put a jumper across here so those are always on. But I want to have the option to turn them on and off with the car being off. So there's a coil wire. These two are for the coil wire right here. This one's a gray wire. Probably can't see them, but see if I can get you down there at all. Not really, but I can see the wires through that little hole there, and so I trace that back underneath the dash. And found out that this is that wire. So when you turn the ignition on, this is energized, which energizes a coil for the relay under the hood. And that's what kicks in the relay and turns the power on for all your outlets. So what I'm going to do is just add a circuit in. There's a couple of these spares that are open that are hot full time, whether the ignition's on or off. So plug into that, go up to a switch that's in the dash, and then from the switch I'll go back and tie into this wire for the relay. That way, even with the power off, I can flip the switch, it'll energize the circuit, turn the relay on, and then I'll have all my outlets on. And with it off, it'll still work with the ignition as well. So if I just turn the ignition on, it'll still energize that relay and the power outlets will come on. Hopefully that made sense. Normally I never use these little splicers, but in this case I'm going to make an exception and use one. It's a dry area underneath the dash, so it's not going to get corroded or anything. Usually you want to do it away from any terminals, kind of where you have some room. That way if you screw something up, you still have room to fix your mistake. If you do it too close to the end and you cut it here, then you're going to be in trouble if you have to fix something. Again, keep in mind this doesn't have any load on it, it's just only sends power to a relay, so it doesn't have to be any heavy gauge wire. If this was something critical circuit, I wouldn't use one of these. But since all it's for is just for some outlets, it's not a big deal. I'm just going to use this bottom one. Just put a 3 amp fuse in there because there's no load on it. All it's got to do is send a signal. Alright, so that goes to the switch. This one's going to go to the USB plug. Alright, so I got the bottom of the dash back on. This is the blank I want to use for the switch for the relay to turn the power outlets on. So I'll pop that one out. This one up here is where I want the USB. Alright guys, so I did find a USB plug that'll fit the dash. I had to file this down a little bit to make it fit. For some reason the older Toyotas like this one, this is a 2000, they're a different size than most of these US plugs you find online. Most of these fit 2003 and up. So when I put these in my FJ before, and they have all kinds of options, but this is one of the few I could find that would fit in here. So it doesn't fit. I like the ones that fit flush, but this one will do. So now I can just plug that in, have my phone for my GoPro and maps, whatever else plugged in there, charged up. And I usually run a USB to a camera that I mount on the roof too. That way I can just plug it in and leave it run when I'm out in the hills. So here's the final install. There's my USB outlet. There's a switch to turn on the accessories and all the power outlets. So as you can see, no keys. The outlets are off, radio's off. The fridge and back is off. Flip the switch.
Waiting for pairing.
The outlets come on, the radio comes on. The fridge is running. And of course, it still works with the keys too if you shut everything off.
Waiting for pairing. Pad.
So we should be set. One more project done. I did order a new radio. That should be here in the next week or two. I wanted a full map with the Apple CarPlay, so I'll put that in. Make another video on that. So that's going to be it for this one. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below and subscribe, share. And I'll see you next time. Thanks.